student. Today I am going to start class 5 science lesson 1 growing new plant. In this chapter you will read about the reproduction of new plants through seeds and their parts of plant, and after that you will read about dispersal of seed, then different steps of agriculture. In this chapter, first of all you have to read about the reproduction of plants through seeds, and before that you have to read about the structure of seeds. Then structure of seed, I think you already know about the seeds. Okay, then in all the seeds there are three main parts. First of all, outer layer, which is protective layer, this is called seed coat, and inside the seed coat there is fleshy part, this is called cotyledon or seed leaves, and inside the seed leaves there is a small structure present which is called embryo or baby plant. On the seed coat there is tiny hole present, that is called hilum. Through hilum water enter inside the seeds. Now I am going to explain about the germination. What is germination? This is the process of converting seed into seedling, means seed into new plant. Condition necessary for the germination. Conditions necessary for the germination, there are three conditions necessary for the germination: presence of water, presence of air, and presence of sunlight, suitable temperature. Okay, if any condition is not present, then germination is not possible. Okay, then if all the condition is present, if any seed get all these three conditions at same time, then it start germinating, it start converting into new plant. Now I am going to explain about the dispersal of seed. What is dispersal of? The process of spreading of seeds to different places, it is called dispersal of seeds. Okay, if we plant many seeds close to each other, they will compete for the food, water and sunlight. So it is necessary that seed to be dispersed for their growth. Okay, then dispersal of seed can carry out by the many ways. First, dispersal of seed by wind. Some seeds of some plant have a hair-like structure. They are very light in weight. Okay, then they can easily carry out or fly away with the air, and these type of seed can easily disperse through the wind. And for example, they are cotton seeds, maple leaf, and dandelion. Now dispersal of seed by water. Plant which grow inside the river or ocean or pond or near the water bodies like coconut, their seeds can disperse through the water. For example, some plants have very light weighted seed, they can easily float on water. And coconut, it has very heavy seeds, but it have very fibrous outer covering which make it float on water, and due to that it can easily carry it out through the water. Dispersal of seed by the animals. Animals eat the fruit like apple, orange, mango, and they will throw the seeds anywhere, and then seeds can get germinate. Animals eat fruit like apple, mango, raspberry, and they throw their seeds anywhere, and in this way it is also dispersed. And some plants produce seed, they have hook like structure, and due to these structure they stick with the animal's fur and get scattered far and wide as animal move from place to place. And for example, mistletoe, cocklebur, these are the examples. And last, I am going to explain last method by the explosion. Some seeds, after the maturation, after the ripening, some seeds like peach, beans, peanut, they after ripening their fruit explode and the seeds scatter in all the directions. These are the methods of dispersal of seeds. Now I am going to explain about the vegetative propagation, reproduction of plants through different parts of plant, and this process it is called vegetative propagation. Now I am going to explain about the reproduction of new plants through their different parts of plant. I am starting from the root. And some plants like sweet potato, carrot, radish, these plants grow through their roots. In the root small buds is present, and from that bud new plants can grow. Now reproduction by stem. In the stem there are many different way to grow new plants. First, from the underground stem you can see that ginger, potato, these can grow through their underground stem. Now stem cutting method, many plants like rose, money plant, we can grow by the stem cutting method. We cut their stem which contain at least one or two nodes, and through their nodes new plant can grow. Second method it is grafting. Grafting, it by this method we can grow different species, new species of the plant. We take the stem of one plant and another part of the different plant and we join it, and this method is called grafting method. Layering method, by this method we can get easily new plant by the banding the branch of any plant. We band to the on the ground and cover with the soil, and after few days root can grow through the covered part, and then we detach that part from the parent plant. Okay, this is the layering method. And runner method, the some plants stems grow horizontally, and after certain distance from stem new roots can grow and new plant grow through that point. This is runner method. Now I'm going to explain the reproduction of new plants through leaves. In some plants we see that new plant can grow through their leaves. For example, Bryophyllum, this is the plant from this is the plant in which new plant can grow through their leaves. In the margin of leaves birds are present, and through their new plants can grow. Reproduction by spores, some plants like mosses and fern, these are grow from their spores. Now I am going to explain about the crop production, means agriculture. What is agriculture? Growing plants on large scale for human consumption, this is called agriculture. What is crop? The cultivation of same plant on large scale, it is called crop. Now I am going to explain different steps of agriculture. Then what there are 6 steps. Now I am going to explain. First step, it is the plowing the field, means preparing the soil. Plowing the field, it is done by two methods, by the tractor or by oxen. It make our soil soft and airy. Then sowing the seeds. Before that farmers select the proper seed, healthy seeds, and after that they can sow these seeds by manually or using seed drills. After that, adding the fertilizer. Fertilizer are of two types: chemical fertilizer and natural fertilizer. Chemical fertilizers are the chemicals which is prepared in the factories, and they can easily improve fertility of our soil. For example, it is phosphate, nitrate and urea. These are the examples of fertilizer. And manure, these are the natural fertilizer. They are made from the dead remains of plants and animals, cow dung. Okay, these are the natural things. Now fourth step, it is irrigation. Okay, watering the crop, it is irrigation. And nowadays modern method like drip irrigation method, a sprinkler method, these are very popular, and these are in this method water is used in economically. Okay, now crop protection by the attack of insects, rodents, and different types of disease, farmers protect their crop by the using insecticide, pesticide like DDT, Gamaxin. This is the step crop protection. And after the maturation, harvesting, it is the last step, harvesting the crop. It is after ripening of the crop, they cut down and bring these crop at home. This is called harvesting. This is also done by manually or by using machine. Okay, these are the six steps of agriculture. Okay, this is all in this chapter.